All these clones, we the original.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
This is reminding me of Drake.
Yeah, it's like every week is a movie, bro. It's like we playing different roles. Like something always happening. It's like, bro, it's a lot of the stuff that's going on now is unbelievable. And it don't get any worse or better as the weeks go by. But we about to get into all that. You know what it is? It's Lord Jalen Willett, the Negus of Nassau, St. Anton Alexander, and I'm joined on screen by Mr. Pikachu.
Mr. Pikachu, PG, 1, 3.
Okay. And then we have Marco in the building.
Bro, how long you waiting on unveiling that entrance?
Yeah, and then
Even WWE now.
oh man. And we have another participant joining us soon as he get lined up. But
That's it. You got any else?
huh?
He had the barber, bro.
Who at the barber?
He said he about to get lined up.
No, we have Mr. Hashtag Banana Fan Fantastic joining us. But we ain't even see your face, bro.
My boy
Yeah,
in the
Mr.
most office.
So he connecting.
In the morning.
He right when he in the moment of when 2020 turned on. See, that's what happened.
Oh,
But yeah, what's up, Kool-Aid?
Bomb, don't you do it, hashtag. What's up, guys? What's up? Get ready. Okay,
But yeah, so you just joined us as we starting. Like I was telling the guys earlier, like, you know, we are just starting, whoever joining. But yeah, so how should we begin the show? I mean, we always have the Bayman word phrase, the saying of the day. I didn't think PG ever gave a Bayman word phrase, the saying of the day.
All right. I think I have one.
All right, let's hear it.
Did we ever say no? I had one, a couple of weeks back. I had one good one, but I just can't even remember now. Maybe let me think about it. So give me like 10 seconds. I can come up with something for sure.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know a good one. This could be funny. The Bahamian word today is cabana.
It's who?
Cabana stuff.
Cabana stuff. Only in the Bahamas, the Cabana stuff. Shout out.
Only in the Bahamas.
And I actually thought they did name that spot the Cabana stuff until Kool-Aid tell me no, but they renamed it afterwards.
That's interesting that they rename it.
Yeah, but I was like, because I saw a Sawyer Boy video with Miss Knowles from
Head
Knowles was sitting under there. And they was like, yeah, I ended the Cabana stuff. So I was like, oh, flip, they named this thing that. And then lo and behold, it came afterwards.
Great Bahamian word.
Real.
Great Bahamian word.
So,
Yeah, ain't nothing you can do with that.
for real. So let's get...
Hey, where are you hanging out today? I'm at the Cabana store.
the Cabana stuff. So let's get straight into it. It was after last night's reveal Because we talked about this, I guess, a few weeks ago about about Mr. Daystar Peterson, and Jamarco said he gonna be looking for me.
He can't look for you right now. He might not be able to drop. So you catch a break on this one.
Oh man. So okay, so now that Meg has come out again, and this whole narrative of black men don't protect black women is front and center again. What do y'all think about this whole situation? Since it is less alleged now that since she,
I mean, it's still alleged.
yeah, until he gets tried and proven guilty.
Yeah, but it's way more evidence to convict him.
Definitely.
At this point, I don't really know what he could do in terms of trying to acquit himself or trying to make himself innocent. I feel like he should just be accountable, apologize, and take the sentence. That might be the cleanest way for him to repair his career.
Bro,
Other than that,
You keep mentioning career.
I ain't think he have no more career, bro. His career finished, bro.
bro, he's gonna be Tory Lanez next year. I don't know why y'all have so much faith in people.
I know.
Bro, them gals ain't gonna let him live, bro. Like that's
Bro, let me ask you one question.
all right, go ahead.
What was your topic at the start of the hour? What was your topic?
What you mean?
Topic you just brought up.
I was saying the whole black women saying black men don't protect black women.
Right.
Black man.
And that
What?
also stems from
You said what?
black women feeling black men don't protect black women.
Yeah.
So that also stems from black women feeling like they're unheard. And we have many instances where black women have expressed that they feel unheard. So how somebody who don't get listened to going to affect how somebody else lives?
Well, I mean, I think people listening to Megan now that she actually coming out. You know what I mean? Because that's big,
bro.
when you really think about it. Because when you really look at it, when you look at the narrative of the whole thing, right? She clearly did get shoot. Like she revealed that she get shoot. She showed us the.
She even showed us the wounds, bro.
Right. She shows all that. So then you can't sit there and say, "Well, she ain't get shoot." Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't mean that.
This the main mystery was who, and now you say it was Tory.
He'll come up with some fire music. Everyone would bop their heads to it, and then it'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
That gotta be
it
have to be a real bop for him to get off. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, if Chris Brown, people could forgive Chris Brown, and people could forgive Tory Lanez.
First of all, I think Chris Brown is a better artist.
I mean,
Second of
he's
all,
a big artist.
He's a big artist. And Chris Brown ain't shoot Riri. I mean, it's still violent, so I ain't gonna negate that.
Bro, how Mac look now is probably, I'd say 90% the same, right?
Well, yeah, because
if you want to talk about how Rihanna looked after her incident with Chris Brown, who nobody could really tell whether or not she was gonna look the same. He literally bit her, bro.
Yeah,
right.
And people forgave him for that.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Jamarco. Where I'm like, bro, the women ain't gonna let this go down, bro. Hard Girl Summer, they was riding on Hard Girl Summer for 2 summers straight, bro.
Bro, we don't even know if Meg been last that long.
That's big.
Yes,
Meg. I think Meg got a little bit rare right now.
But I can see him saying you don't know if she gonna outlast. Let's say she could be a thing in 5 years, right? But bro, niggas, even if let's say everybody forget, right? If Tory get in a beef, nigga, you know what the first thing they're gonna get brought up, bro? You gonna shoot Meg in the foot? You talking about you shoot it? How you shoot it?
But he's still gonna be making music.
they can say this and them. You can't even beat Meg Thee Stallion. You can't beat the woman. And you trying to with me, you know what I mean?
Indeed.
The thing is, it sucks. It honestly really sucks. Because I mean, like, but he really shouldn't have done that, baby.
He
Real
probably
talk.
was on drugs,
Cool,
bro.
baby.
Dennis, what
He
you think
probably
about
was
this?
high on maybe alcohol.
If I'm in a relationship, a very toxic relationship, or dealing with a female, and I'm a man, are we in Iraq? And I don't want to bring up Iraq as a really bad place, but you know, are we in Yemen? I don't want to make up Yemen as a really bad place, but why would I have to shoot a female? I mean,
I thought it's a really bad place too.
you know, that's a really bad spot to be in, you know. I mean, in any situation with human beings, there's only two things you could do when upset. It's fight or flight. You don't wanna make it seem like you have to shoot a female. My apologies, no background. Apologies in background. 1 second. But you don't have to. I don't think you have to get to that point. You know, it has to be drugs or something more.
Yeah, he probably was drunk at high road.
Yeah, like, and when I say drugs, I'm talking like something strong, like really strong to cause him to get that, you know? To get to, I don't feel like, because of I've been through certain situations in my past, whereas, you know, most men would act out on a certain situation. But I believe walking away from an ignorant situation is better than acting out in that situation. For some, it's easier than doing it. You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Meg said she was trying to walk away from a heated situation yesterday, and she ended up getting shoot for it.
I wonder
like sometimes that walking up to be running then. Like, you understand? Like, sometimes, like, we as humans, we know, we could tell when something going north or south in our lives. So you don't have to, like, sometimes you have to run. Sometimes you got to walk. Sometimes you got to shoot. Sometimes you even got to switch area codes and get some police. And I mean, you don't call it snitching, but you just got to get some protection for yourself. Because let's just say they're going really from south to north, whereas she didn't get shot where she got shot and she could have passed away. Yeah, you know?
Right.
Real
We'll never
right.
want a situation together. Then you lost, guess what? We lost a Megan Stallion. You know, she just coming up in the industry. She making it, and, you know?
Right, and so
because of someone stole the tune of the fridge, or, you know, like it's so silly, you know. Like after it all boils down, like, what did she do to you? Did she cause you to get killed, or did she put you in a dirty situation? Like, no one never knows what happened unless you're there. But for shooting somebody, you know, that's inhumane to me. Yeah,
and that's a good point to it, because the one thing, I wouldn't say Meg did wrong. I don't know if Meg have a personal lawyer, but if she had a lawyer, she said she was trying to, you know, cover for him, keep him safe or whatever, so his career don't ruin or whatever. So she didn't want to tell the police. She didn't want to help with the investigation. Like, she didn't have to come to the internet and tell us what happened, right? But she told us yesterday that she wasn't working with the investigation. I think that's the one fault I'd give her, because, like, you get shot. Like, you need to tell the investigation this what it is, because they can find out that you get shot anyway.
But the thing about it,
don't go against the police.
The thing about it is, she, like, okay, like, people were saying, she was snitching or whatever. I mean, bro, ain't a snitch. I mean, the only person she snitched on is herself, because she just openly admit that she lied to the police.
She help with the investigation.
Yeah,
exactly.
and she lied to the police. So it's like, that's the only snitching
so I'm like,
there.
yeah, people are putting them out there, because that's why I'm saying, I don't know if she have a lawyer, but knowing, like, having a lawyer, she should have known, like, to save Tory. Even if she wanted to still save him, she just say, I plead the fifth. I don't want to speak about this until I have a lawyer present. The lawyer could have come and, like, recommend her what to do, and then when they go to court, she could have still just dropped the charges. He would have might have gone a little better that way for him, but her saying, "Oh, I stepped on glass. Oh, I didn't even know I get shoot. Oh, I trying to protect him. He ain't shoot me. He ain't shoot me."
Yeah,
you incriminating yourself, honestly.
To be fair, 1 second. Like, we talked about this a bit before in the group. It's like she was in a very traumatic situation.
Yeah.
So it's easier for us to say in hindsight how we would have handled it, but in the situation, it's totally different.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you don't
understand
know
that. Like you under duress or whatever. But I'm just saying, fam, like okay, like if the police wanted to be petty, they could say, bro, you was lying to us under an
Right.
investigation, and you openly put it on the internet to say that you was lying. And if they want to charge her, they can't.
Right, they can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying she did anything right
Yeah,
or she handled it properly. I just saying she handled it how she did.
yeah. I mean that's understandable. Like
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, because what she was saying, like, we're all going on with the police, and this way done shoot me. And if I say,
Right.
oh, he got the gun in the car, the police might have just spray up the gun.
Right.
Right.
And
So-
that's definitely fair. But I think like from the time when she was in like the hospital, I guess her mentality still was like, we know people been getting beat up in custody and dying in custody too, so they shut as much as possible. But being in the hospital already, she done, I guess, safe. She should have just been like, look, yeah, let me cooperate with this.
No,
Nah.
but I mean, even at that point, right, she's still traumatized. So I ain't expecting you to say nothing. But the only thing was with this is like, bro, this was a horrible situation. But I was like, bro, like, if you wanted to say Tory did it, Tory did it, right? But when she started divulging, I was like, I wonder if she ready, and just in case if the police want to be petty and say, yo, you lied to us.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That's why I think
She went on another emotional binge, bro.
Interesting.
Because she didn't like the backlash she was getting.
So
yeah.
Go ahead, Kool.
So like, let's think about it like this. There was a situation that happened that transpired probably last week or week before last. A fella probably had a gun inside his house, probably was flashing it, was about to already to shoot at somebody, did not shoot, was probably about to because he saw the weapon in his hand. Police was called, and he got shot. Now, the person who called the police was probably the mother, by news saying the mother called the police and he got shot and he died. Because he actually shot at the police. He actually shot 2 police officers.
Yeah, he did.
You know? But that was after the fact that, she said that the person had a gun inside the house. So there's like sometimes you would act, and I mean, I get what you're saying by him saying that Justin, I mean, what are you saying about Bell Wack? If she probably called the police might have killed him. And then if she probably let it ride out. Like for me, like I say again, like before all of this happened, and if I see someone have a gun, and if I'm dating someone or if I'm out with Justin say you have a gun and he feeling some type of way, I ain't going out with Justin. I ain't trying to put myself in that kind of harm's way. Like you could, like you as a human, you should know what environment is actually conducive for you or what's not conducive for you. Yeah. And then moving up with a certain platform, like certain things, I think you should try to stay away from. Okay, yes, I came from the streets, I'm from the hood. But then at the end of the day, now you making money, let's make it more about money than being in the hood,
And the crazy thing is, he had his security there, based on what she said. So what the hell you carrying around this pistol for? And I was like, bro, you just fumble the whole bag, bro.
That's how celebrities carry on still, though. They still just be strapped.
But that's so stupid. You have security there, bro. Why are you strapped still?
Because we have a power trip.
That's what it is.
People on power trips.
That's what it is, bro.
Everybody want to wield their power against whoever they feel like is less powerful than them.
I mean, see, here in the U.S., so they if you have a license to carry and you don't have any, you could have your gun, like if Money Mayweather, he have security, and he decides to have a gun on him at any point, But to use the weapon and not be
more than likely, Tory Lanez don't have a license for his gun.
Yeah, and then the thing about this is in the state of California where gun laws are more strict, bro. This ain't no open carry state. So that's why you gotta
make it worse. Make it worse.
Yeah, that's what.
Again, I mean, it makes it totally worse for him. Another black man that actually trying to do something, trying to get himself like to move back, like certain That's what he's saying. Like they put themselves in a certain environments when they supposed to move out. When they
Yeah. But what Kool was saying is, bro,
Yeah.
okay, he had the whole quarantine radio jumping. He just became independent. Like he just came off his record deal,
Right.
owning his masters. How you fumbled your bag, bro? like you literally fumbled the bag,
Real.
bro.
He probably didn't care in that moment.
Mhm.
I guess.
It's hard to care in the moment, bro.
Like we say, inebriated, probably on some type of drug.
He probably was.
They just came back from a party, from a Hidden Hills party. We don't know what goes on there.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking straight.
We don't know what kind of emotions was involved, what kind of buttons was pushed. So
either like
a lot of things could happen. But I mean, to piggyback off of this situation, it's like same thing or similar situation with Trey Songz. A lot of black entertainers or just black popular figures, they tend to be very abusive to women or very dismissive to women. And in a situation where Meg felt like nobody was listening or giving her like time to listen, the same thing that Keke Palmer felt.
Yeah.
Nobody listened to her when she came out publicly on the Breakfast Club, one of the more popular radio stations or like outlets in America or in this side of the world. Nobody cared about what she had to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Until a different demographic of women experience, something negative, and then everything is being brought back up.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should cancel these people and not cancel them in the sense that they shouldn't be allowed to live, but we shouldn't support them anymore. Like if you feel as though what they did was wrong, you shouldn't support them.
Yeah,
But
most
why
definitely.
I feel like these people still had careers is because I don't believe a lot of people attach morality to stuff like music.
Yeah, they don't try to attach morality to art. Like they see them as this, because like basically celebrities are like demigods, bro. So it's like you put them on like this high pedestal. So you see them above human. So someone see themselves like beyond reproach. So it's like, they get in these spots of power and they start abusing their power. And then it's like, all right, you get, like you said earlier, a power trip, and then you start doing stupidness. And then that's a whole nother scenario.
Because I'm such and such. I'm
Yeah.
allowed to do this.
Exactly.
But
Same thing. No Name was saying.
Yeah.
Like, sir, all this stuff going on, everything else you could use your voice for, and then your voice too. And you decide to make a whole song about a tweet I made, you gotta be crazy. I
okay,
think about how
okay,
insane
August
that is.
made a song about an entanglement, about someone other's relationship, like the whole like that, the whole demographic, the whole scenario behind singers. And when it comes to us as black men and black women, we rather down our culture and ourselves before anybody does it, because nobody does it better than our own people.
Right.
And then
Very
because
much
we do it so great for everybody else, because we do it at such a better standard. And I could call you, hey, nigga, what's up, nigga? It makes it even better, because now that I could use that in a song, when I get my crowds, like Lil Wayne say, I don't think, his crowd usually ain't much black people. Is probably like
A bunch of
more,
white people. Oh,
and
like,
when he sing his song, like imagine other people that are not of his race saying the same nigga word, And I mean, if it ain't wrong there when he's singing it, then why is it wrong when he going on the road? You teaching them how to say it. You tell them how to use it. And I'm not saying him. I'm just saying him and her, whoever they may be. See what I'm saying? Before we say, you know what? Will Smith, you're going through a bad time. August, you was wrong. We're not trying to get into it. And they celebrities anyway, so they put it out there, right? But instead of building each other up, we are so quick to bring each other down. Like in every way, in every aspect, we try to become celebrities. We try to the quicker we become a celebrity, the quicker we try to bring each other down. We don't think out the ghetto. We think about how we could better destroy the ghetto whilst getting out the ghetto. I don't get it. I don't get it. We try to destroy the black man whilst leaving out the black communities. And that's just it. If you hear the songs, what they coming out and they singing, they end up uplift or better our people or any other people. And I can't tell you how to sing or what to say in your song because I can't tell what's going through. Some of these things, what they sing about, people are going through it and it help them meditate. But I mean, you know, when they tell me to put my head down and put my hip up high in the head, put my head down and put my hip up high in the air and dance like an ostrich, you know, ostrich up the butt in the air and the head down. Come on now, man. Don't tell me to do nothing good.
Now, to piggyback off of what you just said right there, there was this one song Pharrell. I don't know if y'all have Pharrell release a song.
Hit Entrepreneur featuring Jay-Z.
No, I love that song. At least that's one person, like that's the duo out there. That's one song out there that really, really uplifting. And I just was comparing that today to WAP. And I'm like, bro, they literally was calling WAP woman empowerment. And I was like, nah, Pharrell, them just come and roll them out, bro.
Oh,
like,
man.
that's the true empowerment.
Actually,
I'd like to have a conversation with women who could explain that for me because I don't understand.
yeah.
But to also piggyback off a Kool-Aid point. Yeah, let me just say this quick thing, bro. Is a lot I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's a handful of artists on both sides who you can look to get the opposite effect of what is mainstream music. So instead of us focusing on what we don't like, we could focus on what we do like and allow other people to be aware of what that is.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, we're about to take a quick short break. On the next side, we should get into like, you know, the WAP. And what we think about it, the WAP. All facets, all spectrum. But we'll be right back on Erryting Kool. Hi. This is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from Erryting Kool. And this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Erryting Kool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com. Or you can slide in our DMs on Instagram at The Original People Network or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming. I wonder, did this finish? Okay. I said, go Power Rangers. Dun, 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 dun. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Low key, I really want to make like a Power Rangers like cosplay, but they expensive as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
like just to make the helmet and like
They
you'd
crash
spend it
them.
easily. You spend it easy $1,200, bro.
Reels are. It costs a lot.
It's like, and I figured out a way how to do it for the cheap, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's like you could get, okay, like let's say if you get like someone like Pernay, or I think I approached Pernay and Emerald about making me. It was I think I asked Emerald if she know how to make a Power Rangers costume. She said yeah. But
Yeah.
it was like the suit, but more so you probably have to get re-recording. Where it was more so the suit than actually what are you doing? It's more so the suit than the actual helmet. Because the helmet, I mean, you really would have. I forget. It's all kind of different material that make the helmet or whatever. But it's like you know, some people sell a helmet for. You do get a Power Rangers helmet for like an official one, probably like for $200. And then
Yeah,
if you
you
get
could.
the costume spend the next 200. Okay, like a low end one, it could cost you like 500. But if it's like you want that fine that detail and thing, bro, you have to spend one
You
solid
gotta spend
grand,
that
bro,
coin.
or whatever. Like,
That real coin.
unless you about to figure out a way how to like build it from scratch.
Right.
But anyway, we're back. You know, I soon come on here with another cosplay because I have another idea, but I need Home Fabric and them to open my up. I about to make some things. But but yeah, we back from the break. Our breaks are always interesting, even over in a digital space. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the WAP. And do y'all feel like us talking about the WAP is us getting into women's business? Jamarco?
What?
I don't know what that is.
Isn't us having sex getting into women's business?
You said what?
Like what are we talking about? They
Not-
saying us talking about WAP is getting into women's business.
No, but some people say, yo,
But
men
us
discussing
having
the-
sex is getting into women's business.
well, that's what they say. Or whatever. Us, if we have an
Don't
opinion.
listen to everything people say, bro.
No, I'm saying this what the women saying, bro. They saying us men discussing WAP is getting into women's business, bro. Or
What
like
is
how-
WAP? What is WAP? Help me understand. What is that?
That is, where are pictures of Peter Parker and Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's what? That's what?
Where are
Where are
pictures?
Justin,
Spider-Man?
inform this young man, bro.
Oh, where's what?
What? No, he's saying something about it breaking up. He said something about Peter Pan. I mean,
No, that ain't what it is.
No, well,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
Right.
But the generic
That ain't what it is,
definition
bro.
is the wonderful, awesome person.
That's not what that is.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
WAP.
Yeah, the WAP. The wonderful,
Okay, bro.
awesome person.
I can send it in the group because they
Right?
put
Cool,
the
they know
person
what it is. See, you know what the WAP.
Hey, 10 minutes.
Oh, we having Tempest is about to join us.
message, bro.
I have to ask. I don't know what that means.
I
What is
just
it?
sent you a message, bro.
Come on, what WAP means?
Watch this.
They don't tell me. They look at me and they're laughing. I don't know what that is.
Jamarco say,
I don't know. Ellis. This
Tell
is
him.
like real.
Marco say, check the group chat, bro.
Okay, go ahead and group right now.
Oh man, but yeah. So Marco PG, so you don't.
That's what I said. Okay. They look at
Right.
me, PG. Why you give me that look? PG going like,
Now that we understand what it means, right?
Nah.
How okay, they talking about if we discussing the acronym or discussing the song.
No, we discussing the song and how we feel about the song and the
I understand
visuals.
that.
It's getting
ain't
into
got nothing
women's
to do with it.
business. Yeah.
I
Cool.
can feel them when they're saying that.
Okay, cool. So cool that you differ. Like, because a lot of men feel like, yo, like women, no one wants to marry, da 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 da. This kind
Then
of
don't
woman.
marry them.
I mean, that's yeah.
Simple. If you don't like food, don't eat it. It don't matter.
But I,
Tristan Bristol, you are so nonchalant when it comes to these kind of topics.
No,
You know,
think about it to me.
bro.
Think about it to me, it's right.
Don't eat food, don't eat it. You don't have to eat it. Go somewhere else and find food.
Hey, go eat food that you like, that you enjoy.
oh man, no, but
It sounds like you like that kind of food, so I would love for you to finish.
so
I don't
Jamarco.
eat a lot of food as it is.
Hmm.
Okay.
So,
I have a very strict diet.
you're very strict. So it doesn't include the what?
I mean,
No fish food.
my opinion on that is I gotta see it to believe it.
You have to give a grand inspection of it.
I mean, a lot of people feel like they have things that they don't.
Just like a fisherman can never call a fish stink.
A ganap man can never say ganap being sweet, bro.
Yeah.
When you carry that ganap home, Sour Patch Kids.
So,
Dad,
oh man. But I mean, as far as the whole video, I just is like, I don't know. I really, when I saw the outrage behind the WAP video, I was like, bro, like, let's be honest. Most the women who champion, not just the video, but all what's going on in woman rap right now. Okay, like, yeah, I mean, it's just the female equivalent to what we like or whatever. Like, yeah, we want to be hoes, they want to be hoes. It's like, I mean, some gonna be afraid to do it. And
Yeah, I don't know.
You never ever in your life again call me a hoe. Okay?
Yeah, it's very disrespectful.
bro, no, but it's like sometimes you want to be hoe, sometimes they want to be hoe. Like, it's like big
I'm
work.
assuming what they want to do with my body.
you notice how we did that just now? We said that, sometimes they want to be and you want to be, so you call me a whole second time. One more time.
Hey, you don't respect us.
Oh man, no, but what I try to say is this: like, it's like, wait, they just basically they're living vicariously through these women, and it's like that's why they love the lyrics so much. And it's like, everybody need their escape. So I don't necessarily feel like, okay, some dudes went out overboard and said, yo, if your girl like dressed like this or act like this, she is this. But it's like, bro, a lot of women aren't gonna be like that. They just like the music or whatever. This ain't no indictment to nobody.
Bro, WAP is not for men to listen to. Don't listen to the song.
yeah, the
Make
song,
that what you in mind, bro.
the songs are.
Can you imagine Justin pulling up, something to play in the back of my truck, and like, what? Yo, I'm on the right road.
Got the WAP banging.
Like, you can't listen to the song and ride on the road. I didn't know the meaning of WAP was, because I was like, what WAP stands for.
Right.
Oh man.
But I've heard the song. And that reminded me of, there was a rap artist back in the day. What's her name?
Kia?
Trina? Like Trina. That reminded me of Trina.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Kia.
No, but Trina had songs like that, bro.
Trina
Trina.
Trina literally had songs of that. So I know, probably because it's older than what these young kids, I want to say, young adults, would listen to. Like, Trina had real in-depth songs, like way worse than what she talking about. Lick it right, lick it good, lick that just like you should, my
Like that song.
you know?
But the thing,
Man, I like that song, bro. That's what's so crazy about it.
my thing is,
Hello, Mark. You say you like that song?
No, men like that song. Men don't have
My
a
Neck,
problem
My
with
Back?
that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have
Wasn't
a problem
that
with
like graphic? That was way back in the day too.
Yeah.
bro. Men like Lil Kim too.
Go ahead, BG.
I trying to say the thing behind it to me is, yeah, them songs and things used to be all about then, right?
Yeah.
But don't hide, like today now with the WAP song or whatever, don't hide behind the guise of women empowerment. Don't use it as a scapegoat.
That's
You see
fair.
what I mean? Like when you have gangster stuff and gangster rapping, they try to be like, yeah, this gangster stuff, this is what bees do. They ain't gonna try to say, if you was a real gentleman or if you was a real man, then you gotta go about it like this and then say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to use no scapegoat. Don't try to just be like, yeah, but we just like flexing our body, anything like this. And that's what it is. Don't say women empowerment, because then that's misleading, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I feel
Why
like
they catch feeling by this PG.
That's what they're trying to say. That
Being
the song is
sexist.
empowering women to be more empowering with their bodies and
Yeah, more liberation. Yeah.
That's what Cardi B them literally saying.
Have more sex, bro.
okay. So then I guess that I should send my daughter to the school of poles.
Clearly.
And
Don't worry, you can do whatever you want to do with your daughter.
you know, I'm just saying, like, come on, like, there's other ways of being empowered. You don't have to sell yourself short to be empowered, man or female.
Right.
You know, it's great to where people lose themselves is when they intrude to themselves, and when they use other things as a scapegoat, and people clearly find out, like, yo, we know who you really is, but so I mean, you can't really say that. So, you know,
I think
we
you're
know
being
you
very
put everything
misogynistic
out
right
there.
now, bro.
It's not empowering nothing. You just trying to empower some negativity to our people. Like I was just saying, I mean, on the first side, you know, you rather bring our people down and bring them up.
Okay, so
Right.
And it's not empowering. Dying with white women say, "Oh, that's empowering me, honey. This song is empowering me." This is what black people. You think black people? No, man, that ain't empowering you. That making you lower than that. And then it's good. It sells great. So do more of that because we like it. Great. You look good on camera. And then I look at your boy and I say, "Boy, listen to me, boy. I can't wait until you drop out. She comes to the corner because guess what? But I want to show her some real power. I want to show her current. Because you currently showing me what all she got. So I want to find out if that current is real or the current off.
Yeah.
So no, but what
Would you respect? Like it's like what you respect. Now I want to say nothing bad about it, and I ain't trying to say nothing bad about it. But if a lady come with me with that and say, you know, she try to be empowered by doing those things or have those kind of mannerisms.
Mhm.
I ain't trying to keep that around me, son. I ain't trying
You
to
need
have
to
that
have
around.
a conversation
PG
with
like that
women
stuff around
that feel
here,
that
not me.
way, bro.
PG like those kind of stuff. I know PG like those kind of stuff. See how PG moving there?
no, but I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think in my personal opinion, if she, okay, like I keep on saying, bro, like okay, like most of the women who are quoting these lyrics really ain't about what they talk about in that song. Like they're living vicariously through the. Not even the women that performing this song ain't like. I wouldn't say they like that, but it's like, bro, everybody's put on a facade through their music a lot of times, bro. Both whatever
Yeah.
gender it is.
Music plays on the soul, son. Music plays on the soul. I believe in that, son. So over time, it might get you right then and there, but if you keep playing that same song, it makes you feel as if you ever riding on the road and you play a certain song to make you feel like, yeah, boy, the day is gonna be that day. The day is gonna be that day. And then you play another song, and you like,
So you feel like if you listen to whole music, you gonna become
plays on the
more
soul.
of a whole.
I agree. If that's the only thing that you're putting into your head, like repetitiously, of course you're gonna become that eventually, or some version of it at least. You can be more inclined to feel that way, or to do those things, or to have those kind of people around you. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, is you gotta be aware of the decisions you're making. That's it.
Hello?
That's what you feel
Right.
like you want to do. So do it.
Hello?
Mr. Ambrista, I
What's up?
medals, man. I applaud you for that. But it is true. It does play on the soul.
That's right.
They can't. We're sorry, you have the wrong number, bro.
It does.
But this another thing, right? You'll remember that Rihanna video. I forget which song, but she was like, "All I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs." That's
Yeah.
one of the lyrics in the song. Y'all
Uh-huh.
remember that song?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that song called?
All I see is signs. All I see. I can't remember.
Some in dollar bill to get that money.
Dollar bill.
Right.
Dollar bill.
All I see is signs.
So
Dollar bill.
y'all don't remember the video for that? She was literally being a stripper in that video, but nobody had a problem with that.
I don't even think I've watched that video.
I haven't seen it. I heard
Yeah.
the song, but
If y'all have time or y'all interested, you can just take a peek at the video.
I can pull it up right now. I have my TV on. I can pull it up.
There's certain things people like to be outraged on. I don't know if it's the times. I don't know if it's the people. I don't know if it's an influence. But I feel like a lot of worse things have happened that prepared us for this moment, and people just realizing that they don't like it.
Don't like what exactly? I missed that.
Pull it up.
The what?
That was the name. Pour it up. That's the.
Yeah, that part of the video. She was doing all kind of things in that video, but I don't remember anyone being outraged about it.
It's Baca. Sorry about that. It's Baca. What you saying though? You know, if you play something repeatedly, then it's about you. But then for others, I know I heard that song, but I didn't watch the video, so that means we didn't really grasp whatever she was saying. The tone was good, but it wasn't so good to make me watch the video. And
I actually never really seen that video, to be honest.
That's why the trainer was more open.
Maybe a lot of men didn't see it, and that's why it didn't get.
I know she got like strippers in this video.
But then at the same time, the stripping has become an art. It has been glamorized. So it's like, bro, to where women can take pole dancing class.
I think pole dancing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, you know, it's
I think they're two different things though.
Okay, well, let's say we could say professional dancers. Well, not professional dancers. Would they? I feel what the Magic City is used on. No, they don't say pole dance. They say the performers. Yeah. So
I mean, they are performing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's okay. Pole dancing is a thing where the average chick could go and learn how to pole dance. So it's like, okay, Rihanna being sexy and on a pole, it's like, okay, well, she ain't necessarily a stripper. She could just be like the pole dance.
I mean,
you're not a stripper unless you take off your clothes.
When I watch this video, she herself ain't really on the pole.
So yeah, that's why ain't nobody tripping.
She just twerking right. Megan them literally was like, we's the host in this whole house.
No, but
I saw the Kardashians doing that too, eh?
Yeah, she doing basically what everyone else is doing now. But that was like, what, 2014?
Yeah, but then this thing, stuff like this been around, bro. Like,
that's why I said Trina. Trina was the biggest baddest of all. You know, like I don't want to say she's the baddest, but I say when it comes
not
to
even
stuff
just Trina, bro. Lil Kim, Foxy, bro.
Yeah.
Lil Kim too.
Lil Kim was before Trina, bro.
More open like Trina, bro. Trina just said it. I ain't even know the song make it on the radio, bro.
Lil Kim was a gangster.
That's what I'm saying. Like she just openly bomb. I was like, I know she thought I was enjoying that. And I was like, hold up. She talking about okay. You know that got a DJ like leave out words and you be like, my neck, my back, my that's what she made it. That's what she made it. So Trina was more open with it. She was more open and like you say, it was gearing us up for this moment. So, you know, I won't be surprised that in the next songs later, you know, girls wearing even less than what they wear now. You know?
Okay.
I find WAP would be good for like, and I hope adults only watching this, but it'll probably, the song would probably work good for like a Pornhub video or something.
Why are you running right
like yeah, because it's so explicit. Like I can imagine it, like, you know.
I think what the gripe is for most men when they see all the music, even though it ain't for them at all, it's just like who or how many female artists or female rappers in hip hop they could listen to without running into like City Girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Dre.
I think that's what a lot of their problem is. But at the same time, it's like they have a few of them. They don't have a lot of them. You just got to be very selective. You can't listen to it on the radio for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that like it isn't a great disparity between
I don't know what problem
female rappers making that kind of music versus something other different. But then the ones that really could rap like a Rhapsody or like No Name or whatever, they don't get the acclaim because when it comes to women, it's always about how sexy they are. So like you have your city girls, you have your Meg Thee Stallions, you have your light skinned Keishas and the mulattoes and the Cash Dolls and the Dream Dolls and the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's. You know, they got to be sexy, and then they got to talk
Even
about
Beyonce to an extent. Rihanna as well.
yeah
To an extent.
to an extent. But I think for singing it's a little bit different because then, okay, like for the songstresses, you have your Kian. Even like actually, let me take that back. Even if you listen to some of these new neo soul acts, like a Summer Walker or Kiana Ledee or a Kehlani or Ariana Lennox or like Snow Allegra, like they be talking about I gonna do they be singing it a little bit more subtle, but they be talking about I gonna take this nigga and do this and kick him out and like they be talking like they be a little grimy in their lyrics, so I just be listening and I be like, okay.
Yeah,
I
but
don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the WAP. I don't have a problem
as much.
What'd you say? What'd you
I
say,
don't.
Jamarco?
I don't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can go first, bro.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I probably jumped right into it.
It's just more subtle. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what the difference is. People don't like, I'm going to do this to your penis and make it wet and all type of stuff. I guess it's too graphic. I don't know.
Yeah, because
when you sing it in a more
melodic.
Instrumental and people vibe with it more. I guess, bro. I don't really see the difference.
I don't either because people say, okay, what's the difference between what Cardi and Meg said versus what Janae Aiko be saying?
Yeah, they just compare them a lot.
Bro. It's just like
groceries. It's just tone, bro, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. Like if a lady listens to the song and she's in the car and I'm catching a ride, and that per se, because I wouldn't just turn it on, but I'll have it on me. But if she were to play it, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Like I literally wouldn't have a problem with it. I would. There's some songs I listen to sometimes.
You in her car.
Yeah, because if I in a car, I only could listen to what she have. You understand? Mm-hmm. And if she asks for the Bluetooth connection and she plays it in my car and play the song, I'll only have. I wouldn't play it too loud because when I drive in, I want to guys, they come across around the Caribbean,
you see Kool-Aid in the car. There's some holes in this house.
I honestly want to say it loud that I wouldn't have a problem with it. And in some sense, because sometimes you just listen to some people don't hear words until after a very long time, and then they start picking on words. You understand? I mean, you could clearly hear what's saying, but some people just like beats of songs too. So they say the beat gets kept.
The octave instrumental is nasty.
So I'm saying
in a good way.
The beat might probably get them more than what is actually being said in the song. So I wouldn't really have a problem. I wouldn't really have a problem with what's being said in the song, but the beat I like. So for me, it's like Bone Thugs and Harmony, like that. Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride. Get high. Like the beat on that. Mm-hmm. For me, I like that so much. I be, I'm dangerous, dangerous. You don't know the words. They'd be like, you were singing just now. I'd be like, no, but this beat just hot. So if it's just for the beat, some people just like the beat. So I'd be like, oh, she just jamming into the beat. But it becomes repetitive, and you start to pick on those traits. Like I said, music is play on your soul. When I listen to a song, I grab my finger like I go about to get high. I leave the pinky and go my lip and I like, I get high. At the time I didn't even know I doing these certain signs and stuff. Like I get high and I'm like, what in the world? What's that mean? So, like again, like I say again, music plays on the soul, and they trying to look, not trying to look, but they actually grasp the kind of people listen to that song. And it's, even though it's a younger crowd, it just showed you that that's what they like for right now. Like 6ix9ine when he came up with this song, people like trolls, right?
Yeah.
People like trolls, right? Trolls was good.
No, people do like
What was the song name? Cuba?
Cuba. Yeah, Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
He was like Cuba, and I mean, I'd listen to that like time and time again. I was like, wait, it's just the beat. And when he say, "Are you dumb, stupid, or something?" I was like, those pieces of the beat. I didn't understand nothing else he said in the song. That's what he get right there. And the beat, how it hit, it just make me wanna, yeah, you know. So sometimes it's just the beat. Sometimes just the beat. But I wouldn't like after hearing that, and then what they trying to say, women lives matter. You know, I like that's the wrong. That's like no.
Bro, I don't think they said the woman's life.
I know they're saying, you know, women empowerment. You know, women empowerment. You know, like I wouldn't use.
bro, the day we have to get to women, just women lives matter, bro.
That's crazy, though.
That's what she's saying though. Like that's what they saying.
Bro,
Women
they
lives matter.
not saying that, bro.
Then what are they saying?
Bro, like,
Bro, I don't think they're saying that.
they're not saying that, bro.
And what are they saying?
They're saying more so we could be open and not feel like it's just like the slut walk or whatever. We can feel comfortable being however sexual
in
we
the
want to
industry.
be.
Their lives matter, bro. That's
not what
Women lives matter, King. Let them do what they want to do.
Their lives do matter.
Let them do
but
what they want to do, and let people be the
I
choice of what they want to put in that. Let them do what they want to do, and let people.
To speak on that, I watched this video recently about this lady giving her opinion on WAP and what she thinks women empowerment is.
Mm-hmm.
And from what she said, and I'm paraphrasing, is she understands what her power is, what it's worth to her, and then how she want to use it. So she don't want to just give her power away like recklessly or without like thinking about it. So I think the difference between her and somebody else is I don't think they understand their power like exactly what it is. So they think a part of their power is being able to use it. But you know, when you have power, the responsibility is twofold. You gotta know when to use it and when not to use it. But everyone just using it right now.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Circle.
Where? But just guess what? All the ladies out there, y'all are wonderful, awesome people.
And we love y'all.
And we love y'all.
We love y'all.
We love you.
Agreed.
Oh man.
I just feel like I was being funny, but women lives matter, you know, but you know. I have
Don't matter.
I had to say something catchy, you know, like
Bro,
women lives matter.
bro, listen, if it ever gets to that point, bro. So help.
Baby, it'll be trust me.
Trust
Me, if it gets there, if it get the women's lives matter, bro, man in this world be in problems.
Problems.
More women than mine.
Already in problem.
Bro, what problems, bro? The world is over, bro. We have to make a campaign.
Just because there's more women than men, I don't think we'd be in problem.
No, not just that, but it was like, bro. I mean, I guess that's what they somewhat saying, but we still got to protect our queens. We can.
Definitely.
And I
I won't say protect, you know. I wouldn't say protect too, you know, but protection go with honor too, Brad.
Honor them too. Because I like what I watched one interview today where they was like, yo, they trying to push this narrative that black men don't protect our women when it's just that don't go for every black man, bro.
No.
When we talking about the majority versus the minority, and the majority of black men don't protect their women.
Okay.
How you mean, bro?
It ain't gonna ever be everyone. It ain't ever be 100% of this is this. There's always the majority versus the minority. We got more examples of it not happening than do happen.
Protecting the women?
All good. Okay,
I've never
how much
met-
examples? How many examples you could give me of black woman protecting a black man protecting his woman or women in general?
In
And how much
general.
examples you could give me of doing the opposite? We just talked about like 4 examples of black men not protecting black women.
like how? Like when you say protect, like put my life.
No, we ain't just talking about it in like a life versus life scenario. We talking about like
You mean talking about more so respect and honor?
Yeah, basically just standing up for them, right?
yeah, protect me in a sense where like there's a lot of different ways you could be in danger. You don't just have to be in physical danger.
I
You
mean,
could be
here in the
emotional
Bahamas,
danger.
I'd say there is a fair share. I wouldn't know the real ratio, but I think it's a fair share, guys, that actually do try to protect black women. But it's up to them to listen to your head, because what they might like is something that's not really
Bro, we ain't talking about guiding them, you know.
Huh?
We ain't talking about guiding them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about giving advice. We're talking about if they in danger, if not just physical danger. Okay, let's talk about the J. Cole No Name situation again. Protecting a black woman in that scenario would be, hey, this is what she's saying. I stand behind her. I support her.
Props.
So that would be an example. And we have very few of those examples.
They won't come out.
I know where you come from.
Yeah. I think, yeah, where you coming from? Yeah, where you coming from? But it's like, I mean, I ain't that kind of guy to be, you know, for the female as such.
My viewpoint on it is once they really,
You know, like, the environment plays, bro. The environment plays, bro. So sometimes environment plays on that.
I think we probably need to extend. Actually, let's take a quick break and let's just jump back into this very quick because this is about to get hotter. Hi, this is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from Erryting Kool, and this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Erryting Kool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com, or you can slide in our DMs on Instagram at The Original People Network or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming. Yo, recording sound. Oh man. All right, and we're back. These breaks. So let's get into it. So we talking about how black men have or have not protected our women. And it's a constant topic that has been arising over social media for the last few months. And at least a conversation that we, it sort of goes back into like the whole conversation of toxic masculinity, and then, the absentee of black fathers, and, the portrayal of the black woman being a superhero, which dehumanizes them, and all those different things. So, I think who was talking last?
I think Kool-Aid.
It was more so Kool-Aid talking. Yeah. He in.
He in. I know where he going. Anyway.
I ain't got no video for him.
Right there.
All right. You got to turn your video on, bro. Well, I guess you don't want to see the video. It don't matter, I guess, or whatever. But to piggyback off what he's saying, right? There you go. Right. Piggyback off what he's saying last segment, right? The thing is, a very popular rap group said, don't save her, she don't want to be saved, right? Now, that ain't in no way, shape, or form to victim blame or to say, you know what I'm saying? But in some cases, honestly, in some cases, we all seen it before. Some young ladies and some young women, we all have free will as humans on this earth. So it's just like they be doing stuff and they ain't trying to hear nothing from people who trying to tell them or teach them otherwise or teach them better. So when they got that rhetoric in their mind, when they got that narrative in their mind to say, well, you ain't gonna tell me what to do or la la la, you know what I'm saying? They got this stubborn mentality about them. It's kind of hard to actually support and save and, to protect our Black women when they basically trying to move on their own, they trying to move on their own will and they whims, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to look at that perspective too, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, as older men and older women, we should be there trying to teach them better ways, even when they do fall into negative situations. But it's still always up to the individual, honestly. And some women, unfortunately, like the song says, they just don't want to be safe.
What J. Cole was referring to is that when he's saying she don't want to be saved, is that, and she don't want to be white, but what the whole protect Black women thing is coming off as is that there's no need for me to be in any intimate relationship with you in order for you to honor and respect my boundaries, honor and respect my opinions, and just give me the same human decency that you would give any of your other male counterparts. So it's like, okay, case and scenario, it's like, okay, we could bring back the Meg Thee Stallion situation, right? So people try to make it seem like, her and Tory had something going on, but she's saying, everybody was in an argument in a car. And she wants to be, like, if she around the mind, she wants to feel safe. Like all women want, when they come around in the presence of male, they want to feel safe and secure. And me personally, I ensure, like, I don't have to have a romantic situation with you, but if you with me, I understand that you're the more, between us two, you're the more vulnerable being. So I ensure it is my duty to make sure that you get back, you come out with me safely and you get back home safely. So, that goes back into chivalry, opening up the doors, having a woman's, if you are walking on sidewalk, having her inside as, instead of outside near the roads, being a protection, like security, like being a bodyguard, like, I find myself a lot of times on a night out playing bodyguard for a group of a lot of my women friends or whatever, and they sort of inebriated, but it's like, you guiding them and they feel safe, because it's all about them wanting to feel safe, and a lot of times they feel that they're in situations where the male versions, counterparts of them, don't make them feel safe.
Right. And that's true. You can't be doing things to make them feel uncomfortable or to make them feel unsafe for you.
It don't even have to be the shooting. It's like, if I don't feel safe to share my own thoughts.
It's just in a social construct most of the time, to where a lot of times they're being bashed publicly, or they just being like a character assassinated publicly, and no Black men would speak out. But in a reverse situation, you'd have a lot of Black women trying to support or protect Black men, and then they don't feel like they get that in return.
I
wouldn't even just say they don't feel like they get it. I agree that they don't get it in return.
Right.
See, it's like this. It's like this. I was grown to love and respect women in all ways and manners and forms, to open the door and to be a gentleman to a lady. But would I go into a wilderness with a stake in my hand around wolves, around lions. Could I protect her? Or could I protect that stake around wolves? If you look like steak, or if you are steak, I trying to
I
say
would
it in the
say
right
don't
way.
use
But
no piece in me, bro.
if if if
Yeah,
if
you did. Yeah, you
if,
kind
if,
of did the
if I go in the wilderness with a lamb chop instead of that lamb being covered, I probably have chances of survival instead of walking with lamb pieces in my hand. You know what I'm saying? When I go to Junkanoo with a lady that's well dressed or a lady that's dressed down, like what happens to that lady that's dressed down when she goes to Junkanoo compared to the lady that's dressed up?
Yeah, you got to protect her there, bro.
No, it ain't about it protecting. No matter what you wearing.
Yes, I mean, yes, it's the point of no matter what she's wearing, but if a lady is perceived as a lady, then she wouldn't be treated as such. But if she's dressed down in a certain manner in a certain area, guys would openly, more willingly attack her. See what I'm saying? And as one guy, I would defend you. I would stand the best I could at your side. You understand? But then how could I defend you if I keep saying, hey, guess what? Wait, when we go to Jungle this year, you remember that white see-through thing you wore? Please, you can't wear some of that again, because 12 guys for me won. I put myself at jeopardy too. Like I look for that too. Like I ain't looking to go fight.
I mean, but the caveat to
with
what
you.
We ain't talking about in a physical. We ain't talking about in a physical scenario though. Because most times you're not going to be in a position to protect somebody physically.
Yeah, but I mean, even in his dynamic example that he brought up is this: why should she be fearful of 12 dudes trying to get at her, bro, maliciously? No, but that's what I think. That's what
niggas like.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of women are referring to. It's like, fam, I should be able to come in any space and feel comfortable versus y'all trying to prey on me like a fresh piece of meat.
Yeah, but like that's what it just never could be 100%. It just never could be 100% people doing it. So you just gotta understand that it can be out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, step one, trying to defend is saying, well, let's be smart about this and saying, if you wear that, niggas that might try fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Now, she can still wear what she wants to wear because she has the free will to wear it. But that's still going with understanding and being aware that you're putting yourself a little bit more in a risky situation. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, because you don't have that 100% of people to say, well, yeah, we good, You just got to understand the strategy behind it too. You wearing it at your risk too. But we still have to defend. We still have to defend. If y'all see, come in front with that. Because at the end of the day, you still tell them, look, that might put you in a risky situation. Yeah, of course I ain't gonna let niggas jump you. But it could make it like niggas ain't got no control, you see?
Go ahead, Marco.
That's a separate conversation from what we having right now. It's more than one way to protect somebody. So let me use your example.
Hold on.
Okay, right. So
hold on, Marco. You have your headphones, like you sound sort of muffled. Oh, Marco.
Me?
He got his mask on.
Yeah, you sound more clear.
Me now?
Okay.
So let me use y'all as an example. So we all friends, we work together, and we spend some time together. Now, let's just say one of us happened to line us some controversy. Now, us being familiar with each other and, friends to whatever extent, it would be, I can't even say if it's an expectation, but it would be very nice if either one of us could come to support or to the aid of the other person, right? Because we have a connection not only as Black men, but men who work together and have spent time together. So that's just one example of what women feel like they could use as an example of protection. They don't feel like they protect me in that manner. So if you protect me, I don't protect you. Like I don't reciprocate that protection. Then you're gonna feel slighted. You're gonna feel like, okay, so this is a one-sided relationship. You could be in trouble and I come to your aid, but you wouldn't do the same for me. And not just you wouldn't do the same for me, you would put me in a position where I'm unsafe or you would abuse me, either physically, publicly, or verbally, publicly, or behind closed doors. And that's what their plea is. That's what they feel like they up against. So it ain't just in a like aggressive, like bloodthirsty manner in terms of somebody wearing something that's deemed inappropriate and then and not being able to control their urges. It's way deeper than that. We can't really talk about that other thing because that's a societal problem. That's like a control issue that men feel like they don't need to have. But everybody could decide within themselves when they see an injustice happening, how they could try to fix it. But Black women feel like, for the majority of the time, that Black men don't feel the urge or the need to protect Black women in a public sense.
But doesn't what you just say relates to Kool-Aid's Junkanoo scenario? And where, like in a public setting, I
ain't talking about physically.
No, I mean,
that's a different situation. There's only so much one man can do in a situation where he's out.
No, but I think
I ain't talking about.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I think it's inclusive of all of these elements to where not just physical protection, right?
It is.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about him trying to protect against the 12 dudes. I'm talking about the moral ethics of the 12 dudes. So where
we ain't talking about what other people are doing.
But I'm saying
what we're doing.
Well, okay, let's just swing it around like this, right? So we as a group, we part of the 12. And we see this young lady coming in that's revealing stuff, right? I would say it's the earnest on us not to act like ravenous wolves when we see that and try to take her from her or try to harass her any kind of way.
Right. Yeah. But what Marco's saying now is to go a step beyond. If we are part of the 12s, we got to go and
keep a
apprehend the next, account for the next, the 8? It's like, bro, yo, calm that down, bro, because I ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Marco getting at too, from the point of view. Because then it's like a girl would walk past and be like, y'all let these niggas have just holler, like y'all about it. Y'all got the mentality where, y'all understand that it ain't right to do this, but y'all letting y'all boys get away with it anyway. Even if they don't try to touch our group up, they still gonna just run off at the one that's like, wait, come on, babe. Just like put them niggas in their place, dog. Like stand up.
Right. A lot of people don't do that because they feel like they're gonna get ostracized with that group. So you feel more comfortable being in a group of sexual predators than you do feel comfortable like standing up for people who powerless.
Yeah.
Right. And then they ain't even feeling comfortable being a sexual predator, but it's just like just knowing how to stand up for right. You just can't watch that happen and then be like, because by extension, you're literally just putting yourself in that same group regardless.
Right.
Even if your morals and beliefs is different.
Birds of a feather flock together. But it's like, so I mean, but I think I always say this. I don't think real men always protect women. Because like the actions that we're describing are actions of beta men, bro. Because it's like at the end of the day, right? If I know I am him, I am that guy. I don't need to do all these stupid actions to get attention from him. I don't need to thrust myself on to women when, okay, she is in trying to make advances at her or send her dick pics and all this other garbage, bro. Like, she gonna mess with me because she know that I am him, bro. I don't have to, and it ain't nothing for me to just respect you as an individual, bro, or whatever, and not be condescending, not
Yeah.
be dismissive to your thoughts and feelings. Yeah,
Yeah, the basis, we all humans.
but
Right.
Cool it. What you think?
Kool-Aid so mellow out in the corner there.
Everybody just been looking to shut
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I try and take it all in. I try and take it, like, yeah, everybody partner, like, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right. But there's so much females for me, one guy, to try to protect all females, because the ratio of me to them is like, it's crazy. See what I'm saying? And then like, even for us, I could tell the guys, "Bro, yo, calm that down." But for me to tell a guy who in the group and not be in the group, to be look here, calm that down without me getting beat. I still put myself at somewhat, even if I'm not with the girl, like, bro, like, that's a lady, babe. Treat her like a lady, bro.
Okay, so
Right.
I mean, it depends. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It depends on the environment. It depends on the environment and how she is probably. She might have just came from the wash shows. She, she might have been dressing anything. She didn't mean to intend to come there like how she dressed, but that's how it ended up. Yada yada yada. It's
Mhm.
like. Well, it's like you almost apologize to one of the guys, and then whilst you're standing up for her, she roll and suck by you too, and be like, well, whatever, because there's been situations where I stand up for females, and like they took me for one of the guys too. I was like, hey, hold up, well, no, I'm not with them. I just telling them, calm down, and I had to run after I tell them, calm
okay,
down,
so
I had to pick off running because they're like, you like money, but you know what's talking to you so dumb.
okay.
Do your part, do it safely, and you ain't doing the job, if you can call it a job, to be thanked for it. You're doing the job because you're supposed to do it, or you feel like you're supposed to do it. So
it's like they need that kind of job from their mothers at home. Like if you can't respect your mother, you can't respect your sister, then I always would tell you on the road to respect that.
Do you think, I have a question for everyone. So when it comes to the theme of toxic masculinity, and I saw a post on Facebook. I'm gonna read it before we wrap up.
All right.
All right. I need a girl. I saw something. Anyway, so they say toxic masculinity. 43% of boys are raised by single mothers. 78% of teachers are female. So close to 50% of boys have 100% feminine influence at home and 80% feminine influence at school. Toxic masculinity isn't the problem. The lack of masculinity is. Thoughts?
Facts.
Well, that's probably true.
Facts. Factual. I mean, I said it's like so much women, bro. It's like, so much women.
Yeah, that could make.
But I don't think
That sounds.
we can blame men for that. There's a lot of factors that go into why that is.
I can't hear you. What up?
I'm saying I don't think you could just blame it for something like that. I think there's a lot of factors that go into why men aren't being represented in the household and in society.
Okay. I think there's a lot of caveats there because you read a post like that and then they be like, okay, so what happened to the men? And then it's like, okay, why these dudes in the house? The absentee father. Why ain't there more males as in education? And those conversations lead down a whole rabbit hole to where it's like, why? Okay, but I do think at the core of this, it is a lack of masculinity. And a lot of men being raised with a lot of emotional and don't know how to understand and control their emotion. So everything is always reactionary instead of being proactive. Like, you don't see your mom for so much years. Whenever she went away, she just get emotional and get erratic. So now you grow up feeling that's how you need to solve a lot of your issues, versus being calm-headed and saying, okay, I need to go about it this way or go about that way.
Right.
You know, not having a positive influence to see, okay, you do it. This how you treat women. This how you cater to them. They're gentle creatures. They're gentle flowers. Like even how you hold their hand, it has to be delicate. You know, all those different things. How to put on a suit. So it's like, I think it's twofold. It's like, dudes got to step up to the plate and play the role like they were meant to, and you can't shy away from responsibility because you can't take the pressure. But that goes back to giving your time to work on yourself. So, that never happens to, hey, we're always going to be in this situation to where we asking, why is this like this? And why is this like this? And there's always this constant battle of the sexes to where men are trash and all this other thing. Yeah, But anyway, this was a great conversation. We want to continue this conversation down in the comments below. This was riveting. Hopefully next time we can be back in person after we go on lockdown. Actually, we didn't even talk about the lockdown. But
I just want to say we actually need to probably record the next episode, bro.
Yeah, but this is catch up on another night. We gonna record the lockdown episode, try to get more folks in on the play, see they say. And
right.
It's like we ain't under lockdown, so we can't even say how it feels to be 3-4 days stuck inside your house.
We could talk about how it feels to be a couple hours and then watching all of that Project X stuff going on, people throwing balls and things. So we can talk about that.
I know deeply about what's going on with that. Justin do too.
I was telling Marco about the group. Yeah, them dudes just be mad all day, all night, bro. They in the group right now, like cursing at each other. I'm like, I don't.
People get in the group, I can put you in the group too. But you're some educated and then you're some uneducated inside the group. But the people also on that march, I don't want to run on too much about it, but they wasn't really a part of the group. They was in the area.
Okay.
Yeah, they wasn't a part.
We got a set up episode for that then.
Anyway, we can see y'all next time on Erryting Kool. Where we go on the lockdown. They won't let me out. No, they won't let me.
Lockdown and let us out. Oh, they let us out.
Peace, love.